vast taiga forests, mountain tundra landscapes, powerful rivers, and numerous streams, countless lakes, and amazing scenic roads, specific beauty of overcast landscapes, and characteristic fjords. Welcome to Extremely Local Travel. Norway, Southern Lands. During this journey, we'll travel over 10,000 kilometers. We'll spend nights in the wild, in a tent, or in a free mountain hut. We will admire the most beautiful Norwegian landscapes. And we'll get as far as the North Cape. During 1 month of expedition, we'll try to spend less than €500 per person on this adventure. Will we succeed? Hi, I'm Anna. Finally, I have holidays. No more school. It's time for summer expedition. I hope it will be a hot, sunny and beautiful place.
Anna, pack your winter jacket. We're going beyond the Arctic Circle.
Time to forget about hot holidays. It's going to be a long way across Norway in our 20-year-old city car. But why Norway? It's the second most expensive country in the world. Is it even possible to have a cheap expedition to Norway for a whole month? Chapter 1. Let the journey begin. We set off from Krakow, Poland. Although the weather doesn't invite us to leave, today we'll drive 500 kilometers. First stop is a visit to our family near the border with Germany. Now we can pack the most necessary things, such as tent, clothes, food for the whole month, and kayak. Next day, it's time to leave Poland. First, we cross the border with Germany. Fortunately, Schengen still works here. And at the end of the day, we'll reach Denmark. My dad has to show COVID passport, but I'm free to go. We need to find a place to spend the night. We found a really nice place in the forest by the seashore, near the Hals village. Quick breakfast and quick test of a found swing hung from a tree. This place looks better in the morning when compared to the yesterday's evening. It's time to go further towards Sweden, but it's going to be a very expensive day. Chapter 2. Most expensive bridges in the world. To get to Sweden, we need to cross the Baltic Sea. We have to use expensive bridges instead of ferry. First bridge to cross, the Great Belt Bridge. We always try to avoid paved roads and bridges, but this time it's impossible. The connection consists of two bridges, the West Bridge, which is 6.6 kilometers long, and the 6.8 kilometer East Bridge. The Great Belt Bridge connects Danish island Funen to the largest island Zinan, both of which lead to the island of Sprogo. The construction costs amounted to approximately €4.2 billion. A fee of about €35 is a high price for 18-kilometer long road section, but worse is yet to come. The worst part of the Baltic Sea crossing, the Øresund Bridge. The Øresund crossing connects Danish Copenhagen and Swedish Malmö and consists of three constructions. First, there is an underwater tunnel that runs for about 4 kilometers. Next, there is an artificial island where the tunnel emerges from the sea. And finally, nearly 8-kilometer long Irisund Bridge. The cost of building the Irisund connection was 4 billion euros. And due to the fact that it belongs to private companies, it is not surprising it is one of the most expensive crossings in the world. The ticket for a passenger car costs 54 euro or 49 euro if you pay online. Just after the toll point, there is a passport check. In COVID times, Schengen zone is dead here too. And we are in Sweden. But we already lost 84 euros on the toll bridges. Finally, a petrol station with free Wi-Fi. On the way, we admired the city of Malmö, but we don't plan sightseeing, so we won't find any interesting places. We're in a hurry to get to Norway before sunset. Fortunately, the Swedish roads are free of charge, so it was relatively easy to get near the border with Norway. But crossing the border is a different story. Chapter 3: Schengen Zone the Norwegian Way. I guess the COVID times changed the perception of Schengen Zone in Norway. 2 hours in a line for passport, COVID control. Finally, passport control, COVID passport control. And I need to perform a COVID test for children. The first attraction in Norway is the COVID testing labyrinth. This absurdity will take us about an hour, but at least the test is paid by Norwegian state. I hate when they stick something in my nose. Finally, after 3 hours at the border, we are classified as no threat to the humanity, and we are free to enter Norway. It's really late, so we have to set up the tent in a random place. Chapter 4: The first scenic landscapes of Norway. A new day has come. Today we have to get to our first scenic destination, the Eldervatnet Lake, located in the Hemsedal Valley. To get there we need to bypass all the toll roads, located near Oslo. The longer we go, the more Scandinavian the landscapes become. This is how I imagined Norway: lakes and pine trees. First important stop in our journey is the Gold Town, in which we can buy LPG propane fuel. In Norway there are very few LPG stations. From Goal we are going towards Hemsedal town. Unfortunately, there are very few chances to stray from the main road. We go further to the Eldervatnet Lake. The road is going up, more than 1,000 meters above sea level. Finally, we have reached a little village located near the lake. In Norwegian mountains, traditional houses with roofs covered with turf are common. So, I guess this is our camping place. It's windy and freezing cold. Cooking a meal here will be a challenge. Fortunately, conditions inside the tent are much warmer. After supper, we can enjoy the views. The new day has come. I have survived the windy night, but honestly, inside the tent, it isn't cold at all. It's time to see what the Eldervatnet Lake area has to offer. The lake lies at an elevation of 1,160 meters above sea level. strong winds cause that even on a small lake, relatively large waves can appear. Because of harsh conditions, there are no trees. Only small plants are able to survive. Because of relatively high annual snow or rainfall, the landscape is full of streams and waterfalls. In summertime, these areas are used by locals to graze sheep. One last look at this place and it's time to go to our next destination. Chapter 5, Scenic Route 51. Today we have to get to the vicinity of the Vogomo town, where we'll find another LPG station. Near the town of Vang, we turn into a small local gravel road that stretched for about 30 kilometers. On the way we stopped at Uri Nature Reserve. Here we could admire beautiful waterfalls and crystal clear water flowing from the nearby mountains. It's time to go further. On the way we passed villages with houses with grass roofs. Finally, we have reached the scenic road number 51. From here we can admire the east part of Jotunheimen National Park. The road climbs up. On both sides of the road there are long sticks mounted. They are needed in winter when the road is covered with deep snow. The park is really beautiful, but unfortunately the weather here is often bad. So we have to give up hiking in this area. Let's go further. Maybe the weather will get better somewhere else. On our way we found a nice viewpoint over the Shoa River. The Shoa River provides outlet from Lake Gende in the Jotunheimen Mountains. The river is used for kayaking and rafting. But some parts of the river are difficult and other impossible to raft. There are many paths around the Shoa River for you to enjoy the views. We had a plan to spend the night in one of the 3 houses located in Jotunheimen Mountains. But it turned out that the road leading to the mountains is paved, so we had no choice and gave up. We decided to spend the night in the forest, in our tent. Maybe the views aren't as spectacular as in the mountains, but at least here it's warmer and dry. Another beautiful morning has come. After quick breakfast, we decided to take a look around the near area. We love the small Norwegian grass-covered houses. It's time to go further. Our plan for today is to get to Jotunheimen National Park. Attaching a camera to the outside of the car is a bad idea. Yep, we lost the camera. Therefore, we had to stop for several hours to try to find it, but we lost it for good. At least we cooked the dinner before continuing the journey. From now on, the only camera we have is a drone camera. Very annoying to use on the ground. In a month, when we get home, it will turn out that someone has found our lost camera and decided to send it back to us. We are very grateful to the finder, and we are amazed by Scandinavian honesty. Chapter 6. Breathtaking Route 55. Finally, we are on the Route 55 across Sognefjella mountain area. The route starts in the east, in the village of Lom, and continues all the way to the village of Luster, and further to the west. This route is amazing. Landscapes can delight you even from the beginning. The weather is changing here dynamically. You can make a stop almost anywhere along the road to admire the views, or to go on hikes in the mountains. In the afternoon, we arrived near the Crossbow Tourist House. If you have too much money, you can hire here a room for about 100 euros. But we prefer to camp in the wild for free, what is completely legal here. It's time to cook something for supper and to prepare for the night. Yeah, another morning, and we have a beautiful weather. Now we can enjoy the landscapes in full sun. It turned out that we have visitors. Sheep grazing in the wild are quite a common sight in these mountains. Let's look at the amazing landscapes that spread out nearby the Crossbow Tourist House. Let's go further and see other places in Jotunheimen National Park. The Route 55 is really amazing. It has been named one of the 18 national scenic routes in Norway because of the varied landscapes and fine scenery. The route runs between fjords and high mountains, past glaciers and alpine peaks, and along big valleys with powerful rivers. The road goes through Sognefjell mountain pass at the altitude of 1434 meters above sea level. Now we have reached the Sognefjell pass and will stop near Sognefjell Hytta Hotel. From this point we can explore a nearby fantastic area. Here you can admire a rugged Sognefjell plateau with lakes as well as glaciers and summits around. In some places, snow stays here even the whole summer. Heading southwest, you can see over 2,000 meters high Fanaroki mountain peak. Its gently rising summit ridge emerges steeply from the Fanarogren glacier on the north side. We'll go a little closer to admire the views at its foot. There are many streams fed with water from the melting snow. crystal clear water, green grass, flowers, snow, and blue sky. Everything in one place. The summer is very short here, so we are very lucky to catch such a beautiful landscapes in the right time. You have to be careful when crossing streams. They aren't dangerous, but if you fall over, you can get cold very quickly. Let's go see the area southeast from the Sognefjellet Hytta. There is a perfect view at some over 2,000-meter high peaks. Smashtinden on the left is the most distinctive, and you can reach it without a glacier hike. However, Stormbjörn on the right is one of the most beautiful mountains in Jotunheimen. Further to the west you can get to Galdhøpiggen, the highest mountain in the Nordic countries. I wish we could stay here longer, but it's time to go further on Route 55, and we have limited time to get as far as North Cape. Next stop for the evening is a place located near the Forten village. Here we have some time for supper in a nice setting with a beautiful waterfall in the background. Let's go find a place to pitch a tent. This place in the forest should be fine for the night. The night here wasn't very dark, although we aren't very close to Polar Circle. Chapter 7, Routes 5 and 15. It's time to prepare some breakfast and to go further. Our first goal is to use the road number 5 to get to Stryn. There we can find one of few LPG propane stations in this area. On the way we can admire typical Norwegian landscapes with fjords. Finally we got to Stryn. Of course the propane station is well hidden, and without precise GPS coordinates we wouldn't find it. Now we can go further using the road number 15. The road goes through Stenniklandvatnet and Breiðdalsvatnet Lake area. The mountains around can be 15 to 1800 meters high. We are heading towards Trondheim, but today we are not able to get there. The night has caught us somewhere on the way. Chapter 8. Goodbye sunny weather. Another morning. Let's have a quick breakfast and it's time to go on our way. Today we have to get northeast of Trondheim, taking detours to avoid the toll roads around Trondheim. In Strovdal, we bought a GoPro camera after the accident when we lost our previous camera. The further we go north from Trondheim, the worse the weather becomes. The sun disappears covered with clouds. From now on, it's going to be a new chapter in our journey. We're entering a land characterized by a cold and humid climate. Is it possible to spend nights for free in such climatic conditions and not to get cold? In the next episodes, we're going to show you different options for free accommodation beyond the Arctic Circle. You will also see specific beauty of landscapes covered with clouds, and will take you to the staggering beautiful Lofoten Archipelago. And other amazing places. Finally, we'll reach the northernmost point of mainland Norway.